You want to change your life? Then stop wasting your mornings. The moment you wake up, you're at war. Not with the world, with yourself. The weak version of you wants to sleep in. The lazy version wants to scroll. The emotional version wants comfort. But the disciplined version, the one that wins, wants results. And that version, it doesn't need an alarm clock. It doesn't need motivation. It doesn't need permission. It gets up. It moves. It executes. If you don't own your morning, you don't own your day. And if you don't own your day, your life will always be in someone else's hands. You keep saying you want to change. You keep talking about goals, success, freedom, but your actions say otherwise. Because the first decision of the day, you lose it. You choose comfort, you choose average, you choose weakness. Let me make it clear. How you start is how you finish. Mornings aren't just about routines. They're about momentum. You build fire in the morning, or you burn time. You sharpen your mind, or you dull your potential. You either command your time or react to the world's chaos. There's no in between. The winners, they do this every morning. They get up when the alarm hits. No delay. They move, work out, stretch, push their body. They sit in silence. Focus, breathe, reset. They feed the mind. Read, write, learn. They plan the mission, set the tone for the day. It's not about some cute routine. It's about building a mindset of control. It's about building discipline when nobody's watching. Because how you do the small things is how you do everything. You can't win the day with chaos in your head. You can't be productive when you start with distraction. And you sure as hell can't build greatness while you're chasing dopamine at 7 a.m. You need control. You need silence. You need movement. Because when you build that pressure early, the rest of the day feels light. When you start with fire, the noise can't shake you. When you start with discipline, the distractions lose their grip. You don't wake up for the world. You wake up to dominate it. So if you're serious about change, stop looking at motivation videos and start doing what they don't show. Get up early, move, focus, think, plan, execute, and repeat it until it becomes who you are. You're not a loser. You're just undisciplined. Fix that. It starts in the morning. If you're not using your morning to build power, you're wasting the most valuable hours of your life. Let me tell you something real. Your phone isn't the enemy. Social media isn't the enemy. Even other people's opinions aren't your biggest threat. It's how you start your day that determines everything. You start weak, you stay weak. You start slow, you stay behind. You start reactive, you stay in chaos. But you start with force, with focus, with fire, then the day bends to you. Most people wake up and immediately drown in distractions. First 5 minutes, they're already lost in someone else's life, someone else's drama, someone else's agenda. They hand over control before their feet even hit the ground. Winners don't do that. Winners protect their mornings like a wolf guards its territory. No interruptions, no noise, no weakness allowed. Your morning should be built like a system, because when life gets chaotic, and it will, you fall back on your system. Not your mood, not your feelings, your system. And here's the truth. The morning is when the average die and the elite are built. You want to build confidence? Wake up early and do something difficult. You want mental clarity? Start your day in silence and discipline. You want focus? Train your mind before the world has a chance to distract you. And it's not about being perfect. It's about dominating the first hour so the rest of the day doesn't dominate you. Get up, move your body, push yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually. Don't just go through the motions, attack them. Make your heart beat, make your mind stretch, make your thoughts align. Winners don't try to have a good day. They build one, brick by brick, habit by habit. And here's a secret. If you win the first hour, you usually win the next 23. It's not about being motivated. Motivation dies fast. It's about building rituals so strong, your weakness doesn't stand a chance. So let me ask you, what do you do when you wake up? Do you reach for strength or distraction? Do you command your mind or let your habits control you? Because that one decision, that first 10 minutes, can shift the course of your entire life. Read something powerful. Write down your thoughts. Set your goals with clarity. Move your body like you're training for war. And above all, stay off the damn autopilot. If your morning feels automatic, it's time to break the cycle. You weren't born to be average. You weren't made for mediocrity. So stop starting your day like everyone else. You're building something bigger. You're chasing greatness. You're becoming something they won't understand. So move like it, think like it, act like it, every single morning, because this life won't give you peace. You earn it in the way you wake up. You earn it in the way you move when nobody's looking. You earn it in the way you rise before the world is even awake. That's where the real growth begins. That's where the power starts. That's how your life changes, one morning at a time. You want to separate yourself from the crowd? Then make your first hour non-negotiable. No skipping, no excuses, no softness. This is the hour where you either set the tone or life sets it for you. Look around. Most people drift. They stumble into the day like sleepwalkers, slaves to their phones, slaves to urgency, slaves to emotion. They let the world decide how they feel, but not you, not anymore. You don't drift, you drive, and it all begins in that first hour. You don't just wake up, you rise, with intent, with clarity, with energy. This is the part of the day that belongs to you. No distractions, no opinions, no noise, just you versus the weak voice in your head. And every morning, that voice wants to win. It whispers, sleep a little more. You can skip the workout. Check your phone. It's just for a second. And every time you listen to it, you lose. Not just time. You lose respect for yourself. But every time you shut it down, every time you act with discipline instead of emotion, you grow, you get sharper, you become stronger. That's what this first hour is really about. Domination of the self. You wake up tired? Good. Show up anyway. You feel distracted? Lock in. You're unmotivated. Move anyway. Because when you do the work without feelings, you become unstoppable. Here's what most people don't get. Discipline doesn't just change your schedule. It changes your identity. You start to see yourself differently. You walk different. You talk different. You expect more from yourself. You start saying, I don't miss. I don't skip. I don't negotiate with weakness. And that identity, it bleeds into everything. You start your morning focused. You walk into work focused. You train your mind in silence. You speak with precision. You conquer your body early. You conquer your world later. But it all starts when no one is watching, in the silence. Before the sun's up, when it's just you in the mirror. So build that hour, protect that hour, fight for that hour, because once you control your morning, you'll realize the world has a lot less control over you. This is it. This is where everything changes. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because you already know the truth. You already know what needs to be done. You've just been avoiding it. You say you want change. Then why are you still waking up like everyone else? Why are you still reaching for your phone before your purpose? Why are you still negotiating with discipline the second your eyes open? You don't need more motivation. You need standards. You need to stop waking up like a follower and start rising like a leader. Because every morning you're writing your story. And right now it's either a story of excuses or a story of greatness. You don't change your life all at once. You change it in the moments you usually waste. You change it when you choose to rise instead of snooze. You change it when you choose action over delay. You change it when you do what most people won't, consistently. Let them call it extreme. Let them call it obsessive. Let them say you've changed because you have. And that's the point. You're not here to fit in. You're here to rise. You're here to lead. You're here to build a life that reflects discipline, focus, and power. Every damn morning. So get up before the world does. Move with intent. Think with clarity. Act with power. Start the day with silence, not noise. Start the day with action, not delay. Start the day like your future depends on it, because it does. Make your first hour your sharpest weapon. Guard it. Master it. Use it to destroy distraction, kill weakness, and lead your life with force. This is not a routine. It's a standard. It's a message to your soul. We're not living average anymore. You do this every morning. You'll think different. You'll move different. You'll live different. The world will notice. But more importantly, you will. Because you'll stop seeing yourself as a dreamer and start moving like a doer. You'll stop starting the day with regret and start living with momentum. You'll stop wondering if things will change and start realizing you're the one who changes them. All from one decision, every morning, 1 hour, no compromise. This is how champions are built. This is how leaders are shaped. This is how lives are changed. So from this moment forward, no more wasted mornings, no more excuses, no more weakness. Wake up early, train your mind, move your body, lead your day, repeat. And if this hits you, don't just nod your head. Subscribe, leave a like, share this with someone who needs it. Now set your alarm and go build the life no one thinks you can.